and welcome to Becoming an Expert at Self-Leadership. I'm Maika, a psychologist, and in this video I answer a question from the self-leadership experts community on how we can assess the state of our emotional health and how to work on it if we find that that is necessary. I've collected a few questions here you can ask yourself to get a better picture of the state of your emotional health. And while I discuss these, I will also address what you can do to improve it. Number 1, how aware am I of my emotions? Are you in contact with your emotions? Do you check in with them from time to time to see what they have to say? Or are you mostly unaware of them and only notice them when they get really intense? It's a sign of emotional health to be aware of your emotions and, to a certain degree, understand what triggered them. Sometimes we don't know, and that's okay too, but often we can know, and we can increase the frequency of those instances by paying more attention to our emotions throughout the day. If you want to work on this, I suggest to use any short break or waiting time to check in with your emotions and see what's going on in your inner world. This could be when you're waiting at a red light, if you're walking to another room, waiting at a grocery line, or if you're waiting for an app to start. Also get to know the full spectrum of your emotions. This skill is called emotional granularity. And it means to be able to differentiate between different kinds of emotions. Different emotions have different triggers and messages, so it's important to be able to distinguish amongst them beyond noticing that I'm feeling good, fine, or bad. Brené Brown just wrote a book about this skill in which she explains different kinds of emotions and the words for them, and also experiences related to emotions. It's called Atlas of the Heart, and I really recommend it. Number 2, how open am I to feeling my emotions? Some emotions are unpleasant, and whenever they come up, we can feel the impulse to try to avoid experiencing them. We may try to shut them out by distraction or drown them out by excessive gaming, food, work, or alcohol. But this only increases our discomfort. Firstly, because we can't make an emotion go away just like that. It'll just transform itself into something else, which will be a new mental health challenge. And secondly, overdoing it with distraction or consumption will be another burden for our health. So another thing you can do to increase your emotional health is to allow them to be there, to let them flow through you and observe them and listen to what they have to say. Being emotionally healthy means to be able to feel deeply, not less. Number 3, what's my attitude towards emotions like? Unhealthy attitudes around emotions are attitudes that see emotions as a sign of weakness or deny their importance. Our attitudes are shaped by our experience and what we know about emotions. So here are some important facts that are part of a healthy emotion mindset. Number 1, feeling deeply is a strength. Number 2, being resilient doesn't mean to feel less, but to be able to tap into positive emotions alongside our struggles. This is called emotional agility. Number 3, we can do hard things. We can experience unpleasant emotions. Emotions in themselves are not a threat. Number 4, emotions have clear triggers and a history. Number 5, we can shape our emotional experience by the choices we make about our lifestyle, our mindset. And number 6, emotions have a purpose. They're not our enemy. The more you learn about emotions and the better you get at processing them, the more you can fine-tune your attitude towards them. Number 4, what's my ratio of good and challenging days? David Burns, a professor and psychiatrist who contributed greatly to the popularity of cognitive behavioral therapy with his books, suggests that if more than 2 days a week, on average over a couple of weeks, are challenging days for you, then it's a sign to invest more energy into your mental and emotional health and self-leadership skills. This could mean to seek professional help or self-help resources. It could also mean to pay more attention to the basics like sleep, nutrition, and movement and exercise. It could also mean to learn how to activate the parasympathetic nervous system through grounding exercises and breathing techniques. It can also mean to do something that makes you feel more connected to others. It could mean to learn about the connection between the content of your thoughts and your emotions. It could mean to practice acceptance and mindfulness. It could mean to get better at setting boundaries. It could mean to change something about your life so that you're able to express more of your values every single day. It could also mean to create a supportive structure through time management. Number 5, how strongly am I fused with my emotions? We can be very fused with our emotions, and through something called emotional reasoning, get overwhelmed and carried away by them in a way that's destructive. Being emotionally healthy means to experience them mindfully, which means to be present with them, to accept them, and to observe them with an awareness and understanding of the nature of emotions. To know that emotions can sometimes make it seem like something is true, although it isn't. Just because we feel like everything is hopeless doesn't mean things are actually hopeless. Number 6, where does my emotional energy go? When we're emotionally healthy, we can use our energy to express what's important to us, to be engaged constructively and creative. When we're emotionally unhealthy, we are preoccupied with overly trying to protect ourselves from discomfort and hurt. To do this, we use defense mechanisms, and the list is very long, but common ones are procrastinating, not committing to relationships, pouting, or hiding our authentic needs and self. If you feel this is something you'd like to work on, invest some time into understanding your past formative experiences, how they taught you to become preoccupied with defense, and why you don't need to stay in those patterns anymore. I hope there was something in this video for you. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more self-leadership content. Till next time, take care and remember to turn towards your emotions.